Hello everyone, it's Engage UK back again with another review, and this time it's a little piece of rolling stock and no prizes for guessing. It's Engage Society Special Edition of a Stove R. And then these brake vans were built by the LMS, and that's between about 1932 and 1940, and you can see the resemblance to the Stanier coaches, which were built around the same time. They got the name Stove R because they had a stove built in. This is before when they were on trains that didn't have any heating, and they ran for years and years and years all over the network, although they weren't allowed on passenger trains later on in the 60s. There were still some of these running around right the way up to the late 70s on departmental trains and things like that. This is the LMS version, LMS Crimson, running number 33000. They also commissioned this in BR Maroon, in Carmine and Cream, in BR Blue, in BR Engineers Red, and in BR Crimson. So quite a few variations of this available, but only available through the Engage Society. So you have to be a member to buy it from the Engage Society shop, or pay inflated prices on auction sites if you don't want to join the Engage Society. But I would recommend joining the Engage Society. It's worth it just for what you can get from the shop in terms of discounts and also what's available. So it's made for the Engage Society by Dapol in fairly limited numbers, I believe. Comes in a lovely slight variation to the normal Dapol case, which of course is blue. Comes in this red sleeve, which is very stylish. And inside you get a hard case. Let's open her up. Now she's a 6-wheel van, and that's quite unusual. And one of the added benefits of this is that the Engage Society have also made the 6-wheel chassis available separately. If you're into scratch building and you want to use that to scratch build other wagons, or even the short passenger coaches, I believe you could use that for. Let's pop her out. She's in this plastic sleeve, and it's a little bit tricky to actually get her out, but you have to position it. And there we have Stove R in LMS Crimson. Pop it out of the case there. A little bit of foam to hold it in safely, and there it is. And it's really nicely modelled. Has very nice underframe detail. Some raised detail here with the guards ducket. These had a corridor connection through them, so they could be coupled into passenger trains, and guard or staff, whoever, could walk through them to get, say, back to the locomotive or back to the guards van. There was a separate guards van. They have nice end frame detailing with a corridor connection modelled there. Rapido couplers in NEM pockets, so they can be changed out for something a little bit less bulky, although they're quite short couplers, and coupled up to other things, you don't get too excessive a coupling gap. And the detail inside the van area is really nice. You get some grid lines here. Livery is very nicely applied with the white LMS roof and the crimson body side colour, and a little bit of raised detail here also with the door handles as well. Now from the Engage Society, they come in at about, I believe, the £15 level, something around there. And as I say, several variations are still available if you want to grab yourself one. Now, as well as the van, you also get a little packet here which has some alternative couplings. Short and long knuckle couplers, which Dapol do tend to include with a lot of their wagons, like for instance the cargo wagon, and also a couple of very fine and very nicely detailed dummy drop couplers, which you can use as well. So they're an added benefit, which are useful. So it's a really nice little wagon. It won't look out of place alongside something like the Graham Parish Stanier coaches or the Mark 1 coaches if you want to put it into a coaching rake, and well worth getting one if you can. Obviously they are limited to the number that are originally commissioned, which is I believe 250 per livery variation. I could be wrong on that, might be 500, but certainly not more than 500, and still available from the Engage Society shop. Well, there it is on a piece of track, and this is again easy track, 2mm fine scale, so it's code 40. Yeah, it's a very nice, attractive looking wagon. One interesting feature of it is the way that the wheels are fixed. Because it's 6 wheels on 3 axles, obviously going around curves can be an issue because they're fixed. So what Dapol have done is, if I turn it over you can see, they've made the centre wheels, they fixed them by fixing the axle, and the centre wheels are not fixed on either side, and so they can move side to side to enable this to go around corners. It's quite a clever little idea. It does make it slightly more tricky to put it back on the track, so using a re-railer might be a good idea. My verdict, well, I give it 8 out of 10. It's not quite to the same level of detail as the Parish Stanier coaches or the Parish Mark 1 coaches, which I've recently reviewed, but it is very nicely detailed. Having the 6-wheel chassis available also separately is another good thing, because it enables Scotch builders to do other wagons using this chassis. I would strongly recommend getting 1 or 2. There are still 5 or 6 different liveries available, and obviously they are limited, and judging by the prices that they can go for on auction sites, well worth investing in. Well, that's it from this video. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to comment, rate or subscribe, please do so in the box below, and thank you to everyone who's done that up to now. It's really good to see people watching the videos. Should be back with more of them very soon. Until then, please take care. See you soon.